Yeah, a little issue with the camera. Hold on a quick moment. This happened again yesterday, and we'll see why it's doing it again. Elgato face cam, broadcast. Every time I gotta do that, so welcome. Today we're gonna do a bit longer flight today, and why isn't that up? Hang on one second. What is going on here? There we go. Need some flight information going on here. So we're taking off from Memphis to Atlanta. Delta 810. There we go. Now we got some flight data. Welcome, everybody. Oh, come on. What are you going to do to me here? There we go. Welcome. Yes, we are going to be taking off here from Memphis to Atlanta. Then from Atlanta, we should be able to head over to Orlando. We're using 737 with blah, 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 with Pilot2ATC, so we shouldn't have the issues of crashing like we did before because we figured out that flight FS realistic was the issue. So hopefully today I can actually fly the 737, not have an issue. But we're gonna get this plane going, so we're gonna GSX to start boarding our aircraft, and we'll get everything set up in the plane. So we're gonna request boarding, and we'll get
Boarding
inside.
requested.
We'll get inside and start getting this thing set up. He's gonna start opening the doors for us. Make sure he is outside. Yes, he is. Thank you, good sir. And then we're going to, before I forget, get everything set up here. That comes down, auto. Get our heats going. Our flight today will take us up to 37,000 feet. I don't think we need to go that high up for this flight, so we're going to probably change that a
Pilot's boarding starting.
a little bit. So we're probably gonna head up to, I think 34,000 feet will still work, because I think 37,000 is just a little overkill for this flight. Looks nice. We're gonna set this to okay, it is on open, auto, close, go to auto. APU leave those off for right now. Turn the wing and logo lights on. And let's check outside really quick. They will soon get our baggage on here. So let's finish getting this plane set up. Alright, so we are over here at... Come on, work with me. We are at Memphis. And we're just continuing this flight from yesterday.
Crew boarding starting.
On our VA, so... Oh, I have to change that not to be instant. I don't know why it keeps doing that. And then we're heading over to Atlanta, so KATL. And we are looking to take off here from... I'll let you look at what we were looking at here for our flight setup. Let me find it again here quick. Come on. Open up. There it is. So yeah, we're taking off from here from Memphis. We'll be taking off 36 left if it lets us do it still. Again, the Baking 7 departure here, direct Grammy, Russia, and then the Glavin 1 approach, or SID, SID. And we'll be doing a runway, it's only 26 right, ILS. So nothing too crazy. Hopefully you see a little bit outside, but we'll see what happens. So, pop you off.
Your crew has boarded.
Thank you.
Passengers boarding starting.
So let them get on board. We are going to go and set everything up here. So we are taking off runway 36 left on the Breaking 7, we're going to call it, with the Crimey transition. Route that, activate it, and execute that. And then we're going to arrive via the cabin 1. Cabin 1 for 26 right. Fast one. 26B. Let's take you. And we're going to go 26 right. And this will be Motion transition with a Zelo transition into the ILS. So we route that up. Legs, looks like we're doing some vectoring to our course, so hopefully Pilot2ATC will do that. And let's see if we're missing anything. Rain, Jackson, so Birking to Kremi. Then we go from Russia to Kremi, execute that. And that looks all hunky-dory. So we're going to come over here and add our fuel. So today's flight, we are looking at fuel of 14.8, so we'll throw that in the box. And return here. Payload. We're taking, looks like a full flight today. Forward cargo looks to be, we're at 13.3, so we'll go 6,000 across the board. 7.74 in the back. Alright, hit return. And should be able to go to our inert ref. So we're going up to 34,000 feet today. Our zero fuel weight today will be 137.5. Cost index will be about 50. I don't play with that yet until I need there. Will be a flaps 5 takeoff. Our center of gravity 4.78. There we go. And there's our some V speeds. You know, I'm actually going to leave that where it is. It actually looks pretty good. So now we'll head into Pilot2ATC. We're going to validate our flight. We are connecting to it. If it lets me connect. Of course, you're not letting me connect because you're not big enough on the screen to let me see about connecting. Come on. There we go. Let's put you back where you need to be. Alright, so, and we're going to file. And it looks like we should have all the same things. So, we're going to tune in to delivery here as they're still loading everything up. So, I actually pop outside. We can watch that as it's happening. So, I get everything in the frequency side here done. Frequencies won't open up. Why won't we open up frequencies? Frequencies. There we go. Need a little bit bigger spot to get it open. So we're going to go 118.26 of the box here. These two. See what happens. There we go. We got something going on here. Delta810 ready to copy IFR clearance.
Delta810 contact clearance delivery on 125.2. Enjoy your morning.
125.2 Delta810. Alright. Delta810 ready to copy IFR clearance.
Delta810 is cleared to Kilo Alpha Tango Lima. Fly the BBKNG7 departure with the Kermite transition, then is filed. Expect departure runway 36 left. Climb to 4,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.15. Squawk 5366.
Again, I'm just going to quickly go over it. It's going to say I'm going to fail at the readback, but we're just going to go with it. So, clear to Kilo Alpha Tango Lima, taking off runway 36 left, climb to flight level 4000, expect high clearances 2 minutes after, clearance departure at 124.15, squawk 5366, Delta810.
Readback incorrect.
See it.
Delta810 clear to Kilo Alpha Tango Lima, maintain 4,000 feet.
Yep. So I'm gonna have my my co-pilot read it back, so she's happy. Or not. There's my co-pilot.
This is Microsoft. Richard the First will be your co-pilot for the flight.
I think she'll be happy. we'll live with it. So we need to climb up to. Get back in here quick. Need to climb up to 4,000 feet. So everything's looking good for this takeoff here. Turn our heading to, we're taking off runway 36. So I'm just going to get our heading set 36. And we're going to go. Good enough. 8 speed. Take off at around 230. That's what we'll do for our speed here. Awesome. Alright, so get our flight directors going. We're going to be looking at a heading select and a level change. So that's good to go. So once you smack that button, we're good to go. We'll get our APU fired up. Oh. So used to holding it. Whoa, wrong button. Come on.
Delivery, good afternoon, Emirates 208 Super. Emirates 208 Super, clearance clear to Oscar Mike Delta Bravo Airport.
There it goes.
Departure, fly, runway,
Being a little goofy, it looks like. Alright, so let the APU start up.
5000, squawk 1552, information. Uniform is current. Expect runway 22 right for departure. Clearance for Emirates 208, expect runway 22 right.
I'm just looking here. 26 left. Looks like we got to back up and face ourselves to the left. It looks like we get on uniform, Tango, get on probably Mike. It takes us down 36 left, so be pretty cool. All right, APU's online. We can flip over, and then we will disconnect the ground services, release us from that. I'm going to set my parking brake, and I will get rid of the chocks. It says GSX and chocks don't get along. We'll let them finish loading up, and really we're set to go. We got the APU going, fuel's loaded, peeps are getting on the board still. Yeah, looks like he's loading the last of the luggage. We'll get out of here into Atlanta. Weather looks to be good. We have no issues taking off here today. So I am going to turn. Holy line taking off there. Looks like a FedEx, another American. Then we got a FedEx on the roll, or he's landing. He's just landing, looks like. But we'll get to ground, so 121.9er. So we'll get that ready to go when we want to back up here. And then our departure is 124.15, so we'll get that in COM 2, just to make sure we have that set up. Loading is set. Loading baggage is set. And one thing we need to do still. Alright, boarding is complete. So we're going to return doors. We're going to close that door. Close our cargo doors. And one thing I need to do first is get our squawk code in here. 5366. Get that set to TA. So that's good. We need to also 2013 for our altimeter. There we go. Delta 810 ready for pushback and start.
Delta 810, this is Memphis clearance delivery on 125.2. Please repeat your request.
Delta 810 ready for pushback and start.
Delta 810, this is Memphis clearance delivery on 125.2. Please repeat your request.
We're going to go straight to ground. Delta 810 ready for pushback and start.
Delta 810 pushback approved gate.
Alright, so let's get rid of this guy.
Southwest 5679. Take in your position. We're on Alpha 1,
Through the jetway.
Alpha 1, are you sure? No, I'm not. Alpha 8.
Should pull away momentarily.
To the ramp at your discretion.
There we go.
On ramp, there we go.
And then
Southwest 1716. It's actually gonna
let's
be,
prepare for pushback and start.
Papa uniform. Thank you. Papa uniform 28 Southwest 1716.
Air's going where it needs to go. Off, off, off. Good, good, good.
And do you need the de-ice? Negative de-ice.
Turn our yaw damper on, so don't forget about that important thing.
Roger that. And we're hoping to get an some kind of estimate on the
ready for pushback.
delay in
You
about
see
half an
our
hour.
wonderful
All right, thanks. We'll be waiting for the update. I'm sure they're just
person down there. Gonna go. Oh, I love it. They phase through it, but it looks so much better.
25 with whiskey, negative de-ice read attack. Southwest 1725.
Parking brakes are set. Yes, they are set.
Hold short tango, Southwest 1725.
Departure check completed. Bypass bin inserted.
Yes, sir. Our ground crew advised us they need to push
I think I forgot to do here quick.
It's actually a taxi lane, so uncontrolled
Okay, it is all set.
piece of ramp.
For some reason, I couldn't. My brain was like, we didn't set that up yet, so we're gonna get this pushed out rather soon.
You see us 2215 negative DO. Roger.
Southwest 1534 on my box drive going to Bravo 2.
Southwest 1534, ground join Tango.
Southwest 1534.
Ground Southwest 776
Locking gear.
Alpha 9 ready to
Right.
push. We have X-ray.
Now we get to set the RTO.
Push onto the ramp at your discretion.
Trying to think of anything else I'm forgetting, so I can get the fuel going. So that's all good to go.
At ground, so 1534. Go ahead.
Yeah, we passed along the tower. Looks like we were getting about a
And we need a pushback that's to the nose to the left. Yeah, nose left.
down to about
Release parking brakes.
All right, here we go.
ground Southwest 453. Now we're ready to push on with X-ray.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Fencing push.
Southwest
All engines clear.
453.
Start at will.
All right, so engine number 2. Hit over the ground button.
American 1717, 8 is Papa, runway 28, taxi via Alpha 1.
Gear spin. There we go. We got rotation.
American 1717. Ground Southwest 1157, also the 33 left to Foxtrot.
And we'll give it some fuel.
Ground, I'm showing Alpha 8, turn left Tango, taxi to parking.
Left Tango to park.
And we're having N1 rotation here at Roar to Life.
Southwest 771, ground, it is occupied. Hold short of Echo and advise me what you get.
Hopefully I don't run into no aircraft to the back. That'd be bad.
Ground, good afternoon. Southwest 590 information. Papa.
All right, engine 1.
Southwest 590, ground, push approved.
Push through Southwest 590. Ground Southwest.
Wow, he is booking it.
Push back at Bravo 9 with.
Sounds like I hear some engine moving.
47, ground, push your discretion.
And then we'll introduce fuel momentarily.
771,
20.
continue straight ahead. Papa,
Fuel.
turn left uniform Tango, hold short of Echo. Your company's pushing now.
All right, Papa.
Please stop. Please stop.
We're clear. Only gate.
Set parking brakes.
Oh,
Bravo to park. Southwest 69.
got a little scared there.
Southwest 590,
Come on.
runway 28, taxi via Echo.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
We have 2 good engines.
Okay, Echo Papa uniform Southwest 590.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can
Looks like
disconnect.
our gate's occupied or they're holding us out. They're saying at least 15 minutes.
This guy coming in.
Holding on Bravo, okay with you?
Hopefully he doesn't do anything stupid.
Affirmative. You can hold your position and beam the pier there. Let me know what they say. I can't see that gate.
Delta 810 ready to taxi.
Okay, we'll let you know.
Delta 810 taxi to runway 36 left via taxiways Papa 1, Tango, November, Mike 4, Mike 1, hold short
Unlocking gear.
runway 36 left.
We're cleared in for top.
Taxi to runway 36 left via taxiways Papa 1 Tango November Mike 4 Mike 1 hold short runway 36 left Delta 810.
Yeah, I'll let my co-pilot tell him that one just because it's just gonna argue with me.
Southwest
Tow truck
147, ground,
disconnect.
taxi to park via
Bypass bin
Tango.
removed.
All right, so we got our tax light on.
Left is clear.
Head over to that. Turn off APU.
Push approved.
After company in the Bravo 8 push through Southwest.
I think our strobes are on, aren't they? No, strobes aren't on.
Release 1225, runway 18 via Alpha.
Locals on, anti-collision. Well, let's turn our anti-collision light on now.
1225,
And he should be out of here. We're gonna unlock the parking brakes. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Waiting for him to disappear. Give us that. Have a good flight.
Push 5297, which gate? Alpha 1. Okay, push 5297, taxi at the Alpha. Ground limber.
Wait for him to walk.
We're off at Limber 4413, what gate is out here? You're going to 5, Alpha 5, Limber 4413. Go ahead and taxi in.
That should be off now. Let's get out of here. Alright, so let's set our flaps. 1, 2, and 5. So I'm thinking the tower they're going to give us will be 118.3, so I'm going to throw that in the box right away. Alright, so we're going to hit up here, we're going to hit Lima. In Lima, we're going to take a right, head to Uniform and Tango, get on Papa, and then Papa to November, and November down to Mike 1. So, we want to see that. I'm sure I can get on here quick enough. I have to go. You. So yeah, we're going here, Lima, where this guy nose is. We're gonna head down all the way to past Uniform to Tango, onto Papa, Papa onto November, and November down to Mike 1. So just making a big head on down. Not sure if anybody wants to see that or not, but it's just something I like looking at taxiway maps. Oh, I gotta pause here quick. Forgetting the most important thing about this entire flight is we want to get paid for it. There we go. Now we can. Now we're hunky dory. A lot of planes zipping around here. Looks like we got somebody in a taxiway or something going on down there. I see an old Southwest.
Southwest 6167, 18 taxi via Charlie 4 Alpha. 18 via Charlie 4 Alpha, and they still did a flow control in there. We still let them, or release them.
FedEx Express right next to us. Alright, so we're going to taxi out of here. Head down to Tango. At least don't have to cross any runways, so we don't have to worry about fighting with that issue. This is going to be Uniform. Now my fear is I'm hoping Tango does not have this guy coming across. Is that a flight Asia? Not sure. Got no one coming this way. Now Papa, there's Tango. Now Papa's gonna be right here. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Hopefully he turns. Oh, runway. Looking at my map upside down. Okay, so we're good. We're actually going this way.
5, runway 36, back to via Alpha.
Yeah, Alpha Spearwing, 1605. And that's runway 620 is on Alpha for Alpha 4.
620 ground taxi, departure.
Departure 620.
I'm so happy today we had an update for X-Plane 12 to Beta 6, so I think after this flight today I might tinker around with that and see if I want to do that for my next stream. See about bringing in the Zebo, see how it works. A whole bunch of aircraft over there. A lot of FedEx. I figure what that one is. It almost feels like that's an Irish plane. Could totally be wrong, but that's what it feels like. Alright, so we're on Papa, and we'll head over to November. That's our first turn off to the left here. Nice when ATC actually gives you taxi instructions that make some sense. And watch my ground speed here so I don't get dinged. Alright, no one to our right, no one to our left. Let's make our turn here.
Left 1066 on the ground, looks like you said taken, make a left turn on Alpha, then right on Charlie 5, right on Charlie. Okay, right on Alpha, right Charlie 5, right Charlie 6.
Not so much braking action there.
First turn, left turn Alpha. Left turn, sorry about that.
Delta 2321, ready to taxi left Mike.
So, Delta 2321, right turn on Charlie 4. And can you take out the 5 intersection, or do you want the full length?
Full length, please.
Really should look at investing us for some larger throttles for my Bravo here. These little dinky ones are, my big hands feel so goofy sometimes. I do want to get somehow move my, because my throttle's in a weird awkward position, so it makes when landing I gotta kink over my arm really hard to get to the throttles itself. I like to have my throttles farther forward, but my space and desk do not allow that option. Plus I don't want to be like 6 feet away from my monitor when I'm flying. Pretty empty place. Yeah, I haven't flown into Atlanta yet with this sim yet, or even Orlando. It's one of the two. Like I like flying into Atlanta and Orlando back on geez, X-Plane. Yeah, no, Microsoft X and all that stuff. I really liked it with X-Plane. I could get some really nice scenery. Even P3D. P3D wasn't that bad, but really can't beat what you get with this flight sim right now. Alright, so we're getting pretty close, so we're going to get our landing lights set up. Runway turn-off lights on. Come on, we're going to set our strobe. That's all good there. Get some air going in this place. Alright, everybody's wondering, where's our air? It was coming. Loud back there, wow. Alright, after a couple more turnoffs, we'll be making our way to 36 left. Hopefully get popped over to tower momentarily. Yeah, we'll just follow the departure up, so we'll be we'll be going on a LNAV up in the following LNAV when we're taking off. Can't think of words right now.
0306. Pass behind the E165 there ahead, and then continue to be a Bravo 5 KMCO.
Right? Not this one. Not this one. One more. All right.
We're at Charlie 20, Charlie,
Delta 810 contact tower. On 118.3. Have a good morning.
118.3 Delta 810. Alright, so we're over on tower. Delta 810 holding short runway 36 left.
Delta 810 continue holding short runway 36 left.
Continue hold runway 36 left Delta 810. So either we have someone landing or I don't know. Don't see anyone on traffic. Alright. Come up here, throw our brakes on. Is anybody down there? Nothing that I can see. How does it feel like I think Pilot2ATC just froze up? Oh. Delta 810 holding short runway 36 left. Delta 810 holding short runway 36 left. That kind of scares me right now. Thinking it crashed for some reason. Thinking Pilot2ATC crashed. Yeah. Come on. I think we're just going to take off and redo it in the air. So we're going to take off right now. Oh, is that actually a person coming in? Oh, hot dog. Is that actually a person coming in? I'd be really surprised if that is. Usually it doesn't catch that, but hot damn. I could have made this little take off 100 times, I think, before that guy shows up. You know what, let's throw the parking brakes on. See what happens. Guessing that could be why it froze. No, he feels like he's way too high. He's got his landing lights on. This street's real high. Is that actually on my... There's traffic. And he is... Yeah, he's coming in for a landing. No, he's not. He's getting away out of here. Oh, let's get out of here. I think there's someone...
Delta 810 wind. Delta 810 winds are 221 at 7 knots, cleared for takeoff. Runway 36 left, squawk 1200.
Clear for takeoff, Delta 810. Okay, so that was the issue. That landing froze it, so I'm going to have to turn that off. Because that's a little bit wonky. I'm not going to squawk 1200 because it's just going to yell at me, so that's not going to happen. Alright, line her up. And brakes. Power up to about 50%. Everything feels good. Release. Nose down. Airspeed is live. 80 knots. Traffic's right next to me. V1 and rotate out of here. Positive rate, gear coming up. First set of flaps coming up. We're auto throttle. N1. LNAV. Second set of flaps up. Surely set it for like a 190-ish. It's a little easier to turn. Oh boy. Come on, girl.
Delta 810 contact Memphis, departure on 124.15. Enjoy.
124.15 Delta 810. Quick, easy switch. Yeah, we got traffic off to our right. Don't see him. Delta 810 with you, climbing flight level 40.
Delta 810, climb and maintain 13,000 feet.
13,000 feet, Delta 810.
Delta 810, good morning. Squawk 3622.
3622, Delta 810. Six. Don't ask me why they keep changing my squawk code. I don't get it. Come on. Come on. Plane keeps moving, I can't do it.
Delta 810 radar contact.
There we go. So I get that set to 1300, 13,000. There we go. Taxi light comes off. Runway turn lights can come off. Flaps are cleared up. It is noisy back there, that's for sure. Goodbye, Memphis. It's been fun. It's real loud in the back. Holy crap. Yeah, you just can't beat the views from Microsoft Flight Sim. That terrain is beautiful. But we need to get back focusing on our flight here. 230's in the box, climbing at 13,000 feet. That legs on here. Come up on 10,000 feet. Alright, landing lights are retracted and turned off. Well, I think we are hunky-dory for this flight to Atlanta. Alright, I need to fix my screen over here since I...
Delta 810 climb and maintain flight level 210.
Climb and maintain flight level 210, Delta 810.
Delta 810 radar contact.
Can't see that very well there. 210.
Delta 810 contact Memphis Center on 118.62. Have a good morning.
118.62, Delta 810. 118.62. Flip that over. Delta 810 with you, climbing flight level 210.
Delta 810, good morning. Radar contact.
So, this will be my first stream trying to do multiple flights, so we'll see how it goes, how time is used. Gotta love spam mail. It's so nice.
230 for American 2659, sir. That's correct, American 2659, flight level 230. Alright, here we go. Approach Alaska 253 is checking on 240. 253, descend data, hold 187, maintain 12000, Charles, off the 3987.
Yeah, hopefully everyone's having a pretty good day. Temperature didn't get as bad as I thought it was going to be, so didn't get no frost or nothing yet here. But it's getting close awfully fast, that's for sure.
Delta 810 contact Memphis Center on 134.65. Have a good one.
Ooh, I didn't catch that. What is that? 134.65 Delta 810. My brain's like, what was that?
That's 125.3 for 886 Whiskey Tango.
5 and 65. Delta 810 with you, climbing flight level 210.
Delta 810, good morning. Radar contact.
We're probably going to get our climb to a higher flight level really soon. I gotta fix this before it drives me absolutely insane in the membrane. Oh, this has to be...
Delta 810 climb and maintain flight level 290.
Fly maintain flight level 290, Delta 810.
Delta 810 radar contact.
Keep on climbing. Let's make sure we are continuously... Yes, we are still on the board. I want to do this whole flight, not make probably these 2 flights today. I'll probably gain around 30 mil for my VA. So we're getting real close. Don't know if I want to spend it on, because I could buy some pretty good aircraft with the money I have now, but I'm thinking of saving a good chunk of it. Look at getting like an Airbus and get something over in Europe. So I'm not sure if I want to do that. Man, I'm kind of warm in here. And I love this Vornado fan. You guys cannot hear it over here, but it's pushing a ton of air. Much better. Making our turn here, heading towards, I think we're on a Roosh out right now. That's one thing I didn't check one thing quick. I gotta do it real quick before I forget. Checking international news here, so. Awesome. Good to see. Yeah, I think this flight would kind of be a little bit meh, kind of a normal flight. I'm kind of excited to fly into Orlando, go down by Florida. I'm kind of really excited for that. I haven't flown into Orlando for a long time. I've not seen what Orlando or Florida looks like on Microsoft Flight Simulator. So pretty excited, pretty stoked. We should be on the ground in about 40 minutes. It looks like my TTG says. So 40-ish minutes. We're up at 26,000 feet at the moment. So we're still climbing up to 2.9er. And I'm happy I got all the voices for Pilot2ATC to work, so I have at least a different voice for each person, so it's pretty awesome. See, I'm gonna change my. I look at my thing. It says ETA. My overlay. I think I'm gonna change that overlay to TTG, so it gives us a time, like how long is left in the flight. Because ETA, unless everybody's got Zulu time memorized or have a clock in front of them, you can figure out Zulu time. It's not gonna really matter. I think I'll change that to TTG. I think it'll be pretty cool. Store. All right, coming up on 29,000 feet. We're coming up on. See if they give us a call. We're starting to slow down.
Delta
it looks like.
810 climb and maintain flight level 340.
Well, I maintain flight level 340. Delta 810.
Delta 810 radar contact.
Thank you. So we're at 219 right now. I'm actually going to pop that to 220. Set this back to off. I can't think of nothing I'm forgetting. Green across the board. It's just a very uncloudy day. Very smooth flight. And our top climb markers right at Kermie. So actually doing pretty good on our climb here, climb out, so awesome. Pop that out. We got some planes around us. Looks like we got someone just to the right of us. Pretty close. Got, yeah, everybody's below us right now. Side. That old weird wing view. I like this view for landing. Just like when you're going up in the air, I can live with it. It's just not my most favorite. Weird. YouTube's giving me an error, but oh well. I can just stare out a window. I can stare out a window up the plane all day. Just never gets old. When I was getting my license, I would love to stare out the window. It's one thing my instructor always told me: you have the best seat in the house, but you can't always look at it because it's gonna kill you. And he's right. Like, you gotta keep your mind where it needs to be, because yeah, there's a lot of shit that can go wrong really fast when you're in pilot in command. But I will never forget the times when I was able to fly.
Delta 810 contact Memphis Center on 135.9. Have a good morning.
135.9 or Delta 810. Let's get them tuned in. Delta 810 with you, climbing flight level 340.
Delta 810, good morning. Radar contact.
Awesome. And it looks like we are still, for our approach, we'll turn frequencies off. Our approach for 26. I just gotta make sure I don't make the Pilot2ATC gods mad. So yeah, and I'm also going to the config here. We're gonna go to air traffic. And it's not actually following air traffic, so I don't know why it froze right there. A little weird. A little weird. Awesome sauce. Yeah, everybody watched the Crew 5 launch from Cape Canaveral for SpaceX. Pretty cool. Enjoy watching that. And that's one thing I'd love to have done in my life, is be like a pilot. But yeah, or not a pilot, an astronaut. I've been a pilot. An astronaut would be pretty cool. But sometimes life just works against you, and just gotta go with the rules. But they go with the punches. Yeah. So yeah. So basically, I say we're about, it says we're not halfway through the flight, but I think we're pretty close to halfway through the flight. That little bar will jump pretty quick once we start getting onto our SID, but we're getting pretty close to our midway part of this flight. So if guys got any questions or anything, just shoot me a question, but we'll enjoy the flight. Yeah, I can't think of nothing crazy I need to talk about. Just things I want to do in the future with this stream is be mostly on X-Plane 12, and Microsoft Flight Simulator. I do want to throw in some War Thunder and farming simulators, so I'll see about getting that in there. I kind of only want to do farming simulator with friends or my kids, because really doing farming simulator itself, it's just a lot of back and forth, jumping in and on, having AI run everything. So see if I can talk my kids into doing it. Trying to think anything else crazy I need to worry about. No, can't think none. Camera, like lights for some reason is really dim. I'm looking at my picture right now. It's like My background is brighter than I am right now, and I got a big old light pointed at me, but it's pretty weak. All right, we got a ground speed of 427. Holy shit, we are booking it. What do we have? Come to our cruising almost to our cruising altitude. I can hear the engine starting to spin down.
Meter 4882, to maintain 16,000, maintain at least 15 and a foot better down. 16,000 and 15 feet or better, meter 4882.
At the front here. I need to go back my pick up my old laptop and find my old GoPro footage. Back when the GoPro was new, that's when I was getting my pilot's license. And my flight instructor, he would pull up a GoPro kind of like this. And we would, after our flights, we would load up the GoPro.
Delta 810, expect the Glavan 1 arrival with the Russer transition for the ILS approach to runway 26 right with the Zello
Sounds
transition at Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta I.
I'll let my co-pilot respond to that.
Expect the Glavan 1 arrival with a Rusa transition for the ILS approach to runway 26 right with the Zello transition Delta 810.
And that's what we have planned already, so I'll let him talk to it without having a fighting match with ATC. But yeah, like back when I was flying or getting my license, my flight instructor, he would put the GoPro up there. He would record it. We would go back to the FBO, and yeah, we would go through everything we needed to talk about, like what things I was missing, what things needed to work on, what I did good on. And it was connected to our audio, so we can listen to what we were doing, so we weren't guessing, like, well, were we doing steep turns this time, or were we doing stalls? So yeah, it was a good teacher. I have to go find those, because I loved doing that. And he started doing outside views after I got my license. He started doing wing views with the other new students, but that'd be pretty cool too, watching landings or anything like that, because it's pretty cool to see how you flared with the landing. Because where the camera is now, your nose goes up with the flare, but actually you could have a camera pointed down, kind of an angle, see how much you flared and how hard you came down on the landing gear. He always said, you guys would be buying the tires if you go and screw up the tires enough. I'm just kind of going on a tangent right now, I think. Right, so we're not that far from Russia. So yeah, let's take a look at our, if we got time here. Let's take a look at our approach here. Let's kind of brief our approach, I guess. Let's do that. So our approach. Close you. Close you. So we're doing the Glav 1 approach. So we should be getting, I'm thinking, descent instructions probably around Decatur. So we'll be getting into the Glav 1 because we need to be down to 12,000 by Glavin. And that's
Delta 810, contact Memphis Center on 125.85. Have a good morning.
125.85, Delta 810. Delta 810 with you, flight level 340.
Delta 810, good morning. Radar contact.
Yeah, I'm thinking we have to be going down pretty soon. From here to here, doesn't give me much of a mileage I can look at, nautical miles. But if we head back into the aircraft here, we can see Glavin's 18, 3, 6, 7, 8. So we're in that, I believe we're under 100 miles. And if you look on here, yeah, we're under 100 miles. So that's 80, 160, maybe we're just over 100 miles, I guess. If I'm looking at this right now, we've got aircraft coming off our right end here. Let's take a peek out here. See any contrails, if see anything moving out there. We should be descending rather soon, I would think. I got Navigraph on multiple things right here. I really should just put it back on the whatchamacallit. The Windows app for my whatchamacallit, blah blah blah. Right, my iPad, so I can throw it on here, but it costs $20. I'm not a fan of paying for $20. Holy crap! I think it's because I needed to close my window back there, and that's why I'm getting such a crazy camera view going on here.
Delta 810 descend via the Glaven 1 arrival, with the Russia transition to cross Cello at or above 6,400 feet. Altimeter is 3013 at Hartsfield, Jackson, Atlanta, I.
Alright,
Descend via the Glaven 1 arrival with a Russia transition to cross Cello at or above 6,400 feet. Altimeter is 3013 Delta 810.
Alright, so let's begin our descent now. So get this at 1600. We're gonna go VS, and we're gonna start a descent down. Let's hit this about 1500. Let's see where our banana bar gives us. Looks like I'm a little aggressive on this descent, so we can bring this back probably 1200. It is. I'm supposed to be at Glaven. No, Glaven's supposed to be 1200. I'm off. So we need to go back to altitude here. Change that a little bit. So probably my first guess was right. So let's put this back down to 1600. Look at that. A little bit early, but we got the right speed going down. We're not descending at a huge, crazy pace, so we should be able to keep it up, keep maintaining it very well. Then we need to be by Zasto, Zillow by 6,500, which I believe that's going to change anyway because it's gonna fight with us on the way down. So. I need my iPad. I need a plan here. Do some planning here. So we're going Glaven 1. So I need to also get my flight here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna spend it $20 because it's easier for me to do all my stuff on this thing and try and have 10 windows open and try and keep it from screwing me up. So hang on one hot second here. Our approach is going to change to 26 left, 26 right. The Zelo transition. Gavin.
Delta 810 contact Atlanta Center on 134.05. Enjoy your morning.
134.05 Delta 810. Delta 810 with you, descending flight level 120.
Delta 810, good morning. Radar contact. Altimeter is 3015.
I just love it. I have different people on here, different sounds, different voices. It's so nice. Now we're coming down. Zelo wants to be at 5,000, so we'll be about 1,000 feet above. So we'll plan to be at 6,000 by Zelo, and go from there. Because then, yeah, from Zelo at 5,000, then we'll be on the ILS approach. One thing we need to do first is get everything programmed in here, because it doesn't do it for us like some other aircraft does. So we need to be on localizer of 110.1. So 110.1. So our ILS is now set. Speed is doing good, descending at a rather good pace. Yeah, we're booking across really well. Yeah, so we should be on the ground in about 15 minutes. Then it'll probably be a good, I think in 20-minute turnaround.
Delta 810 contact Atlanta Center on 133.8. Enjoy.
133.8 Delta 810. Delta 810 with you, descending flight level 120.
Delta 810, good morning. Radar contact. Altimeter is 3017.
017, that's actually. Pop into here. We'll set 3017. Get that set when we get closer to 18,000. Whoa, that's a little too much. There we go. Whenever we get to the descending and landing, that's when life starts getting really fun. Like the cruise, when I was a pilot, cruise was blah. All you do is talking to ATC, going back and forth, taking off. If you're doing VFR, pretty easy. If you're filing a star or SID, sorry. Yeah, SID departure. Yeah, SID. Didn't follow many of those because I was more of a VFR pilot. Not that fun. It's all right. But whenever you had to follow a star or getting crazy vectors from ATC or tower, it was pretty fun. It's got to watch my speed, so once we get to about 12,000 feet, I'm going to have to bring our speed back. We're at indicated of 250 right now, so we hold that. That's not too hunky-dory. I can live with that. I just don't want to get dinged. I had a farm sim thought going in my brain right now. I'm like, no, don't think about farm sim right now. No. So, okay, I'm just gonna say my thought. I think my thought, if I get kids in a farm sim, we're gonna do probably a start from nothing, and we'll all just try and figure out how to make a farm work with nobody. And the Orlando flight probably just be a little bit longer. I think this flight's probably been running us 45 minutes maybe. I'm trying to think. I took off at almost 25, 45. You think maybe it's been an hour for this flight? Could have been. Yeah, I bet the next one's gonna be an hour too. So probably. I'm trying to think in my brain how long this flight's been doing. I need to set a timer or something. So I don't have my watch on me right now, so I can't set a timer. I gotta fix this camera. It's gonna drive me nuts. There, that's a little better. Just got sun in my eyes right now, but I can live with that. And I can hear my other half getting home because she's got the music blaring in her car, so she may or may not make a appearance, but I think all her stuff she wants to wear is downstairs anyway, so let's see if that happens. But God, I'm gonna need to wear a cap now. That's like having the sun in my face. Holy crap. I gotta remember to put the blinds back onto that window. Alright, so we're descending good. Don't see no issues right now with this. We should make Gavin waving by 1200 easily. And we can actually hold, either hold it or start descending down to 6,000 from there and just coasting to Zillow. So it shouldn't be that too much to worry about. Starting to get some more interesting things out there, it looks like. Let's actually... Then I'm a little map on Pilot2ATC, so I know where I'm going with this flight. Alright, so we're coming close to 18,000 feet. We'll head over to standard pressure pretty soon. Speed is slowly starting to tick its way up. We're at indicated speed of 268. Ground speed is slowing down. So have to keep an eye on that speed there. Alright, so we can go to standard. Yeah, see our speed is climbing slowly but surely. I guess now we can look at planning our landing here. Don't ask me why I'm having issues remembering how to go with that. So I always do a 30 landing with +5 on the speed, so we're landing at 160, flaps 30. And it looks like we got some aircraft in front of us. And we got some weather showing up, so things might get a little dicey. Let's see, do we have a lot of aircraft? Just looks like we only got 1, 2, 3 out there. I think maybe a fourth one. There's a fifth one that just popped up. I'm not for sure how well this Pilot2ATC will pick up the aircraft coming into. It just might be a little interesting on the landing. If we got anybody in front of us or behind us really quick, hopefully they figure life out and get out of our way. I'll bring the nose back just a little bit because we're going to be a little pretty early to Glaven for that 1200. So I'm just going to bring that back, bleed some speed off we don't need to work that we don't need. There we go. So right now we're set at 220. We're going to be above 12,000 for a little while, so I'm actually going to bring the speed up to about 240. But at least under 250 we got some speed going on until I start throwing some flaps in. Been dinged too many times keeping this plane way too slow and trying to get down there. Off our nose, we can see we got an aircraft right there. We can see his lights. think you can see that on the stream. I'm trying to look at my screen. Yeah, I think you can see it. Our speed's coming back nicely. We're at 262 right now. We still got a ground speed of 350, so we're still booking it pretty fast. Keep an eye on my frequencies, making sure we're getting switched when we need to be. Now, usually on the ground, I do not follow ATC. I kind of do my own thing because, again, Pilot2ATC with ground is very goofy. I don't know if I need to somehow recompile the routes. I believe I have to with Pilot2ATC, but I haven't got around to do that. So I kind of just take over. Once we land, tower tells us to go around. I just kind of ignore it and just go. Then it looks like we're landing here at Atlanta and 26 right. It's a 9,000 foot runway. We're gonna have to cross one runway, 26 left. We'll get into one of the many terminals. All right, 1,000 feet to go. Speed's come back nicely. Be early in Glavin. And then it's just, figuring out what we want to do. So I'm thinking, because Zelo has it's got to vector it in, but we're at far enough away. Oh no, we're going to go here, come over and make a turn to Zelo. So I'll plan to be at 6,000 by the last start for Zelo. So we're looking at Kevi. So we'll be at 6,000 for Kevi and descend down to 5,000 for Zelo. And then we should be on the ILS, and we'll be hunky-dory. Alright, so engine's come back up. We're going to set this to 6,000. And we got more than enough fuel. Holy crap, we didn't burn much for fuel. Alright, so making this turn right now, we are probably 50-ish miles from that last waypoint, so I think we're going to begin our descent down, but a really very gradual descent. So we're going to set the VS. Try 500, see what that gives us. There's our banana bar. Bring that down. Thinking, 750 looks like a little aggressive, which it is. So we're gonna pop that out to about 600. I think that's a good middle ground right there for that.
Delta 810 contact Atlanta approach on 135.37. Have a nice day.
135.37 Delta 810. Good day. Delta 810 with you, descending flight level 30.
Delta
It's the wrong one.
810, good afternoon. Radar contact. Continue descent via the Glavin 1 arrival for the ILS approach to runway 26 right with the Zelo transition at Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta.
I meant to say 60.
Continue descent via the Glavin 1 arrival for the ILS approach to runway 26 right with the Zelo transition Delta 810.
So technically, I'd probably say just continue descent, and I think it would be fine with it, but we're not going to try that. Alright, so I got my ILS set up on my screen here. We're slowly descending down into Atlanta. Can you see anything cool out the window at all? And then when we go to getting ready for Orlando, I will set up a how I do it. So I'll let you guys see how I set up that flight with FS Airlines. I'll turn this down extra decibel here. We are kind of peaking right here, but I don't want that too crazy of a sound going there. Nothing much to see here. Still descending. We're indicated airspeed of 240 still, so we're holding that good. Be on the ground about 5 minutes. This side's a little bit quieter, it feels like. The other side's going to be looking more into Atlanta, I believe. Maybe not. No, this side should be looking more into Atlanta because we should be able to see the airport when we make this turn onto, I believe, it's one of the Glevin waypoints. So we're making our final turn onto a long stretch that gets us going right across the airport. So we'll see. There we go, making our turn. We're on to rain, that's what we're on. Coming down, we're at 9,000 feet. Still at 240. Well, so my first one to do is, so we're going to get our landing lights going here. Get that set. Don't want to get dinged for that. Air's all good. Don't need nothing else until we get closer to the ground. You can see off our nose right here. We got another airport. We got a plane. I can see right off the cowling to our right. You can see it dinging off there. So I say when I love landing. That's when things start going pretty nutty pretty quick. Airport should be coming up I guess I won't say momentarily, in a couple minutes. You should be seeing the airport pretty soon. And we're still descending. Basically, when I make the 45 off the airport, I will begin dropping flaps, getting ourselves slow and dirty, and land this puppy. So I'm thinking it must be a GA aircraft because we're moving pretty quick and he's pretty slow, so, and he's staying pretty low, so he must be a GA aircraft over there. It's going to go underneath the wing momentarily. Should have the airport coming up pretty soon. I think there it is. Coming off the window here, we got Atlanta off to our right. Still hard to believe we as human beings can take these massive multi-ton behemoths into the air and land them on a certain spot in the world. Just kind of mind-blowing what man can do. Alright, so we're gonna head back to the front here. Alright, so we need to start planning our descent here, or getting ourselves dirty. So, we're gonna pop this in. We do have plane aircraft off to our right and our left. We got the city, I think, beneath us right now. So actually gonna... Well, that's cool. We got a Superdome. I don't know what to call it. Whatever football dome it is. We got the city right underneath us. That's awesome. Great, I was going to catch it. Alright, aircraft time. We are going to drop first of the flaps, which we are at 240, which is good. Get our speed set up here. We're at, where are we? 6,000. We got 1,000 feet to go. We'll start bringing our speed down. Let's go to 230. Always put my auto brakes to 3. And it looks like I probably won't get no vectors to it. We're trying just doing our own thing to get there, so we'll live with it. Down to 220. Second set of flaps. Flaps 2. Flaps are good. Just right, I don't got no close aircraft around me that I can see. It's right off our left here. I don't see them. Alright, so we are going to vector ourselves in. So I'm going to get this set to about 220. Use my heading. We're going to get my heading bug swung around here. Alright, so we're at 6,000 feet. Alright. Altitude we're going to bring down to 5,000 feet. Got a couple minutes before we need to get that down. So when we hit heavy, we'll go into heading mode, and we will begin vectoring ourselves to Zelo to 5,000 feet and be on the ILS. Alright.
Delta 810 turn right heading 189er vectors to the ILS approach for runway 27 right at Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta.
189er Delta 810.
Delta 810 turn right heading 189er descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet Delta 810.
Delta 810 radar contact.
Actually, gonna vector us in. That's pretty cool. Speed down to 205. We're not going to be that aggressive into that turn. It wants us to be pretty aggressive, but I don't want to be. So we're going to kind of hold off here just a little bit. Got an aircraft off our nose here.
Delta 810, you are 20 nautical miles east of Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta I Airport. Fly heading 247 cleared for ILS to runway 27 right.
I may have hit my pilot say that, my co-pilot.
Fly heading 247 cleared for ILS approach to runway 27 right Delta 810.
Another set of flaps coming down. Let's go 195. Like, we'll get on the ILS. 4,000 is coming up. Start making our turn. We have the VOR. Right now, I just gradually make my turn into the runway. Watch my speed. Keep turning ourselves in. ILS is coming up. Then we're going to get on the VOR. People actually catch it and hold it. Sometimes it doesn't do it the right way. Glide slope is coming up. Seems like it's kind of doing a good job. Once we get past, hit that one, it kind of loses its mind. 85. Alright, so I think we'll be able to get back on where we go. I see the airport in front of us, off our nose, or off our really our right of the cowling, or left of the cowling, my bad. Next set of flaps coming down. We're going to hold the plane here for a little while, keep speed at 180. Once we get on the glide slope, start descending, I'll start lowering our speed, throw less flaps in, and drop the gear. Right, getting back on the VOR. Beautiful. Speed's doing good. Waiting for that glide slope to start moving. Then we'll smack the approach button. Looks like I got a conga liner in front of me, so I'm hoping. See, this is what I'm afraid of. We got a conga line of aircraft in front of me. I have no idea if they're landing, so I'm gonna bring our speed back to about 175. Got 170. Still waiting for that glide slope to make something happen here pretty soon. Still waiting for tower to come over. There we go. Glide slope's coming up. Wait for that to catch up pretty soon. comes that wonderful glide slope coming down. Let's get my feet on the controls here.
Delta 810 altimeter is 3013 at Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta. Eye contact power on 119.1. Enjoy your afternoon.
119.1 Delta 810. Delta 810 with you, final 26 right.
Delta 810, good afternoon. Radar contact. Continue ILS to runway 27 right, call when established on final. Winds are 325 at 6 knots, cleared to land runway 27 right.
Delta 810 on final 426 left.
Delta
Got it.
810,
Right.
winds are 325 at 6 knots,
I can't
cleared
listen
to
today.
land runway 27 right.
See, it changed my... They like to change your, Come on. Come on, horn, silence yourself. There we go. A little slow on that one. Sorry about that. So we're at getting slow.
Traffic.
Last set of flaps. Got someone coming off right there or left. I can't do left and rights today. Speed down to 160. That's our landing speed. No one in front of me. 1,000 feet. We'll take control of the aircraft. Wind is coming off of our right at 9 knots, so we'll have to crab into that in a little bit, but it shouldn't be that horrible. But it is bouncy, that's for sure. Alright, so flaps are set. RT can't think of words today. Auto brakes are set. Flaps are set. Landing gear is down. 3 greens. It's gonna be my aircraft.
1,000.
There we go. My aircraft. Forgot to put my throttles where they need to be. Speed's doing good. We're getting bounced a little bit off here. Put some rudder into that. Oops, that wasn't my trim. Alright. Getting pushed off. Speed. There we go. Coming in fast. Power coming back. Power coming back. Power coming back. We're at idle.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And get that nose down. Get that nose down.
Delta 810, exit runway when able. Be advised you may have landed on the wrong runway.
Oh! The reversers were doing some funny ass things, but that plane, he was close. You see that shadow go ahead? Wow, that's close. All right, welcome to Atlanta, everybody. Yeah, for some reason it changes my runway every time I land. I'm at 26 and it bumps me over to 27, so I don't know, but welcome. We have made it. We're going to taxi our way over to somewhere to drop these peeps off, and we'll get ready for our next flight. So let's get our APU going. Landing lights come off. And text that comes on, that can come off, and the strobes can go to there. And make sure our stabilizers are restored. And auto throttle's off. Come on, why aren't we moving? Somehow I have my parking brakes on, I think. We got some ground friction issues. Yeah. Something with ground friction right there is a little bit goofy. Alright, so we gotta cross a runway right here. Let's make sure we have no one coming in. Gonna hold short here. I don't see no one coming in, so let's cross this real quick. Come on, ground friction, let's go. Alright, got some Delta over here, so we'll go park over by Delta. And we'll call this flight done. View is on. We're going to flip over that right away. I haven't done a turnaround yet in this aircraft, so I usually restart the sim right away, but we're going to see what happens. We'll turn down here, find ourselves a nice parking spot, and then get the heck out down to Orlando. Alright, no one here. No one there. Let's find ourselves a parking spot here, an F. Foxtrot. Alright, there. Looks like a dandy. So that's what we're taking here. Left us a nice spot here. We'll take it. Hopefully it's the right size. You seem quite tight in here. A little bit farther. I think that's going to be close enough, so we're going to set our parking brakes. And we will cut the engines. Engine 2, engine 1. And we'll end this flight. See what we got for it. Sometimes it takes a little while for it to think of what it wants to do. Oh, I don't think I can do this flight. You know why? This flight took a little bit longer than I thought it would. So I'm probably going to end it here just because I have a student-teacher conference with my kids at 1 o'clock my time, and it's currently 11:30. So, yeah, I don't think I'd make this flight just because it's going to be cutting it real close. Even though school ain't that far away, we cutting it real close. We will operate the jetway, and then we'll deboard this aircraft. Now I have to call the stream. I thought I could get one out here, but I could start a lot earlier than I thought we were. If I don't have nothing crazy going on in my life, probably would have been fine. So we'll get this plane deboarded, and we'll call it a day.
The boarding requested.
All right, so let's take a look at this flight here. See if it's figured life out yet. If not, we'll just go on my FS Airlines and we'll take a look at it.
Tower, system 12527, over Durham, inbound to land. 12527, tower, ident.
Yeah, we're just going to bring up FS Airlines and you guys can look at it on there. So,
enter right downwind runway 13 left. I'm using runway 13 left for the time being. Right downwind to runway 13 left. Report midfield. And traffic is at primary target only at about your 11 o'clock, maybe your 10
refresh this.
3 miles appears to be southeast.
All right, so for this flight, we'll go in the overview. Made 16 grand for this flight today.
Passengers deboarding starting.
And we had a perfect flight. Touchdown at 2:43. A little heavy for me, what I wanted to do. Had 184 packs. Paid for fuel. Didn't have to put that much fuel on. We made 150,000 from the tickets themselves. We brought some cargo income with, so our cargo packages brought us another 5 grand. We had a bonus because of such a good flight of 2,000, and then times it by 1,000. So we made $16 million for this flight. That right there is locked. So everybody who has a VA on FS Airlines gets the same thing. So overview of my airline right now. We are just got over 3 digits. We're at 101 million. And we have a reputation of 74. I had a much higher reputation, but we go back in the day. This flight and this flight caused my ratings to go down because I was using Microsoft Flight Simulator. I was flying the Embraer 110 and found out with Pilot2ATC, because it can connect to your autopilot. It was connecting to my autopilot on the Embraer, and I would disconnect it and reconnect it because I thought something was weird, and it would basically nosedive the plane into the ground. So I've crashed 2 planes on those flights. This flight was these 2 flights I got dinged for flying too fast at under 10,000 feet. But yeah, those 2 were crashes. So I would be in the 90s by now, but it's slow build to come back from that. But yeah, so we are good there. Shows that I'm at Hartfield Jackson, and if anybody wants to join this FA, it's free for you to join. If you want to, I'll be looking to hire. It's all based on the VA, so we get paid by the VA. Hiring some flight managers and stuff like that, so we start planning some flights. But right now I'm the only pilot. I don't do anything real crazy. Don't hold no one to no standards.
Do you want to deboard crew?
Nobody. So let's let the packages finish getting boarding, and then we're gonna call a stream. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't make it to Orlando, so I'll plan on the Orlando flight. I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow. It all depends on how my day goes with work, but it can happen tomorrow. I think it can happen. Just gotta make it a good long day for work. So I usually start work at about 2:30 in the morning. And just gotta make it last 10 hours. So 10 hours from 2:30 is 12:30. So I could probably get a flight in tomorrow. But it won't be till the afternoon. It depends how tired I am. So
31 left. Clear to land. Vehicle still in the
I'll
RSA
plan
for
on
runway
doing a
09.
stream tomorrow, but I'm not going to promise it's going to happen just because my brain probably won't accept it. So, yeah. So we'll let plane board. I got to get ready for kids, wonderful kids school stuff. So, yeah, I can't complain. It was a good flight. Everything worked out good. No crashes. So we know off the top of our head that FS Realistic's the one that's crashing it, and I think it also was causing issues with my sound because sometimes, especially the CRJ, I'd have no sound with the flight. So, crap, that guy's low. That guy's low too. These guys are crazy over here in Atlanta. So we'll wait if there's an update for FS Realistic to get that back on because I like the call-outs. But then knowing that FS to crew will work, I think with the CRJ I'll start using the FS to crew CRJ. I have that for now, and I think I have a 737 co-pilot mod that I can use. We'll see if it works. Someone is loud back here. Who's contacting in? Oh, hello. Never heard of you. Batic. Interesting. We got another Delta coming in. So yeah, just slowly deciding what I want to do for my next aircraft. I love to get into cargo, so I'm really thinking, because I got a 737 or 787 for both sims, so we can stick with that. I'd like to get the MD-80 in, and then the MD-11 would be pretty cool. I'm trying to think of both aircraft sims that I have. I can work with that. Not for sure. We'll have to see what that brings. Yeah, kind of bummed I can't do the second flight. I just looked over and I thought I didn't think this flight took that long, but yeah, it was about a 2-hour flight. So each of my flights, if it's over 3 miles, looks like it would be a 2-hour flight. So I got to plan on a 4-hour window. I should have started 2 hours earlier. That would have been, geez, 2 hours from now was 9, 10, 11, 12. So I would start at 8 o'clock in the morning my time. Oof. That might be a little rough on me. There, we should have finished the loading of the planes there, or loading of the planes that don't work. Unloading of the luggage. So I'm gonna call it a day, and we will try and get Orlando done in another day. Hopefully tomorrow. If not tomorrow, we'll plan on doing that. Probably not during the weekend. If I don't do Orlando tomorrow, I'll plan on doing it the first thing next week, so like Monday or something like that. Sunday maybe, because I have a shorter day, but we'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed your day, or are going to enjoy your day, enjoyed the flight, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.
Shooter 16, check full sound, runway 24 left, wind 320 at 5, clear to land. Shooter 16, land runway 24 left. Shooter 15, stay approach request. Shooter 15, full stop, off screen set. Shooter 15, follow that V22, check full sound, runway 24 left, wind 270 at 4, clear to land, number 2. Clear to land number 2, 24 left, Shooter 15. Tower mid-level, when did you want to stay up with you or switch north?